Welcome to Krymzon TV's KPTV, youtube.com/Krymzon TV, second episode of that show. I am your host, Sean Brotherton, coming to you straight from the comforts of my home yet again in Glendora, California. I want to apologize for missing the past 2 weeks. Things got a little crazy. Computer issues, but I'm still having, so hopefully I can get this out on tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, which is the day that it's supposed to be coming out. But I'm getting back on a regular schedule. A lot of big things coming up, so we're going to have fun right now. Let's get it started. We're going to jump right into that pick of the week, which comes from my Instagram at Sean M. Brotherton, same thing as my Twitter name, where I'm going to go ahead and pick a picture that I've posted throughout that week. This picture comes from a Throwback Thursday, which is me on the beach in North Carolina, to August 2010. Now, I can't remember exactly what beach it was, but man, would I love to be there right now. For those of you that missed it a week or two ago, myself and Habit got together and we got on KP Radio. It was a random Thursday. We did a late night madness. It was awesome. Had a lot of fun for that hour 45 that I think we were on. For those of you that missed it, on KrymzonPain.com, KP Radio Live, we're going to bring you the KP Radio Rewind, which we are going to give you the entire show on YouTube for free, just how we like it. We got a lot of big things coming up for KP Radio. We are in the process of reformatting new hosts, new shows, new sponsors, just everything from top to bottom, a steady schedule. We are coming full blast. It's going to be fucking awesome. So if you want to get on the KP Radio train, not only just to tune in and listen to the shows that are going to be coming up, but also we are looking for sponsors currently. If you have a website or a project or a band, if you're a musician, if you're an artist, if you're whatever, and you have something that you want to promote to thousands and thousands and thousands of people, hit us up on our Twitters, on our Facebook, send us a message. KrymzonPain@gmail.com is where you can email us. Just, we can go ahead and get into some details and some information about you becoming a sponsor to KP Radio. I'm going to break down my top 5 favorite WWE wrestlers at the moment. Now, this is based off of Raw and the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and what's been going on. Coming in at number 5, last week was Mark Henry. I really liked what they were doing with Henry. I enjoyed that he was the big monster, seemed like he could just bulldoze through Cena, and then he loses and then comes out on Raw kind of begging for a shot at the title. Really didn't like what they did there. I was kind of hoping that he would beat Cena, he'd finally get to hold the WWE Championship and just be a monster that you didn't think would be able to be stopped like a locomotive. Needless to say, Mark Henry did not make my top 5 list this week just because I felt let down after that whole build-up thing. Now, these guys dropped 2 spots since last week, but coming in at number 5 this week is The Shield. Now, I said last week primarily I'm saying The Shield as a whole, but more so Dean Ambrose because he had some awesome singles matches on Raw. Now I'm actually going to say it was more Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, the tag team champions of The Shield, but I'm just going to group them all together. Coming in at number 4, actually wasn't on my list last week. Shocking! Coming in at number 4 is a man that had dealt the hand that he had at Money in the Bank. He faced Ryback. Now, you can't really expect someone like Chris Jericho, who's my number 4, to put on a 5-star match against Ryback just because Ryback's not capable of putting on a 5-star match. But what put him on the list not only is just because I'm a Jerichoholic, what put him number 4 on my list is that match that he had against Rob Van Dam on Raw was spectacular. Coming in at number 3 is a man that was actually number 4 last time. Coming in at number 3 is CM Punk. He's moved up a spot. Now, why did CM Punk move up a spot? Well, because his performance in the Money in the Bank ladder match was stellar. He was just, I enjoyed everything he did. And then with the whole Paul Heyman thing, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do leading into SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar, because, you know, that is what's going to happen. Now, number 2 on my list was Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam's return at Money in the Bank was crazy. His action in the Money in the Bank match was awesome. Everything he did was spectacular. And then his match against Jericho on Raw, 5 stars, had no complaints, thought it was great. RVD number 2. Number 1 is the same man that was number 1 on the list last time. Coming in at number 1, Daniel Bryan. Man, he just continues to impress. Every time he does something, he's just awesome. He's so freaking entertaining. I'm excited to see what they do with Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryan, and he still maintains my number 1 spot. And with that, this is that goodbye. Thanks for watching episode 2 of that show right here on KPTV. I'll see you next Wednesday. Take it easy.